many people were not aware that this product is available in India.
I was not aware.
We are the first company, first Indian company to have a wide range of. If you are using fiber sleeve 170 mm height, my challenge is every fiber-based sleeve will attract moisture from air, which we call as hygroscopic in nature.
Correct.
But this is not.
Since this is fairly new, are you worried about competition catching up with you in the future?
Absolutely. So the response is huge. Major Foundrymen have asked me to pay a visit and give a demo.
Welcome back to the Foundry podcast, everyone. Today, this is our first Foundry podcast at Foundry 2024. So we're actually shooting here at the exhibition live. That's the first time we've ever done something like this. So with us is a very special guest. In fact, we have banners all over the place, so you probably already know who we are interviewing. So we have with us Mr. Leo Christoper. Right?
Yes.
Mr. Leo Christoper is an exhibitor here at Foundry, and he specially manufactures sleeves. Right, cold box sleeves.
Yeah, cold box.
So cold box sleeves is his USP. We're going to learn a little more about that today, about why it's needed for the industry as well as sustainability, all those things. So Mr. Leo Christoper has also been working with Fossico. That's where he got his background and everything. So he learned a lot about the secrets from the major company Vesuvius. That's where he's picked up a lot of stuff. And now he's going on to his entrepreneurial journey with Joy Feedtech, a new thing he started a year ago.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a 1-year-old company.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Leo.
Thank you. Nice
very
to
nice
have me.
To have you. Especially, thank you for giving us the opportunity to interview you while your stall is live outside.
Okay, fine.
So
and first of all, let me thank you for having me. That's more conservative. Okay. And this is my first podcast.
First interview, probably.
Interview.
Right?
Ever in my life. So, I've been in many stages talking on many topics, but interview, this is the first time.
So are you a little nervous?
No, I'm excited.
Okay, that's good. That's another way of saying you're nervous, but in a happy way.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I always substitute, so that helps. Fine.
Correct.
So basically, I'm a chemist by education. I did degrees in chemistries, and after that, I pursued all my career in chemical companies, starting with the Rayan Industries. And then I moved to insecticides. Then I moved to Fossico, the greatest company in Foundry field.
Right.
So Fossico is now part of Vesuvius, but that's all. Fossico is where I had all my learnings.
Correct. How long were you with Fossico?
It's like 12 years.
Okay.
12 happy years with Fossico.
So I think that was the foundation to your chemical background, right? Mainly your education.
No, apart from my education, I worked through all chemical companies, but Fossico gave me a knowledge on foundries.
Okay.
So, on foundry chemicals, you're right. Fossico is the tutor for me, and Fossico stands for Foundry Service Company.
So, for
FOSICO, Foundry Service Company. It's a UK.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before. That's nice. That's nice.
Not many.
Yeah, I don't think they use it in their branding or marketing as well.
Yeah. Now it has been taken over Vesuvius, so they might not be using. I don't know.
So then maybe they're not for service anymore.
Yeah, but it's a lovely company who taught me or who inspired me to take a career in the foundry industry.
Correct.
So after that, I was leading Asian Paints division, which is called PPG Asian Paints for 6.5 years. Then I'm full time with Joy Feedtech.
Okay.
So we have created a year ago a company called Joy Feedtech, based out in Pondicherry, to make cold box sleeves.
So I just want to stop a little bit. When you finally ended your career with Fossico and you jumped into this entrepreneurial journey, right, with Joy Feedtech. So you have a very special tattoo on your arm, right? So why don't you tell the audience what it means?
So the moment I left my employment and decided to start a company, the first word I told to my friends or partners is that it should be a Hakuna Matata moment, which means there is no problem anymore.
Okay.
So
that's what it means.
Yeah.
Okay. Hakuna
No problem.
Matata.
It is a very famous song from the film Lion King.
I've heard about it.
Elton John used to sing.
We've grown up during Lion King.
Yeah. So why did I take that? Because we should contribute something to the customer.
Okay.
So I thought it would be right for me to conduct a business which solves customer problems.
Correct.
So that's why we have created Joy Feedtech with Hakuna Matata as our
Correct. So
USP.
I can see a theme here. You're all about names. Even the word Joy Feedtech, right? Even that you mentioned to me has a very significance about what it means. Right?
Yes.
So why don't you tell us about what
Yes.
Joy Feedtech means?
See, we exist because of our customers, and we have to bring joy to our customer. Bringing happiness to our customer is our motto or vision.
Okay.
We can, the
Right.
long-term vision is that.
Right.
And the name Joyce refers to happiness.
Right.
Feedtech, feeding system. We make feeding system. The cold box systems are called feeding systems in Foundry.
Right.
So feed technology company. That's how it works.
So there's a lot of thought gone into
Yes, and all my brands will have name starting with Joy. For example,
Okay.
Joy Feed, Joy Sill, Joy Set, like that. So Joy is associated with all my brands.
Amazing. That's very nice to hear. So you're going to be using the word joy as you
Yes.
go up in your career. That's amazing. That's very nice. So you start Joy Feedtech, right? You identify a gap in the market. Maybe you decide to go into cold box sleeves.
Yes.
So what was the exact moment where you came across maybe sleeves in the Foundry world and you said, this is my product, this is what I am going into business with, and it's a very large leap to go out from your
Yes.
job to your career, right? I mean, to your entrepreneurial journey. So why cold box sleeves? What is the big opportunity?
Yeah.
in cold box?
See, there are many sleeve makers in India.
Right.
Starting from Faziko to many small organized or inorganized players. So there are a couple of organized or well-organized players and many unorganized players are in the market. We don't want to follow them. Though I have immense knowledge in slurry-based sleeves, I don't want to pursue an entrepreneurship in that.
Correct. Something different to the market.
Not only that,
Right.
it will not fulfill my Hakuna Matata moment to customers. Why? Because it's just one product in addition
Right.
to a customer.
Right.
It is not solving anymore.
Correct.
So how I'm solving problems? For example, this product doesn't use water.
Okay.
This product doesn't use any harmful fibers.
Okay.
Okay. When I don't use water, harmful fiber, and I'm also not using major energy source to make this product.
Correct.
Which all gives my customer an advantage. Why? Because his carbon footprint will be lower.
Okay.
If you buy fiber-based sleeves, you are adding carbon footprint to your account.
Okay.
If you buy my product, carbon footprint will be lower because my product is near zero. I don't want to claim it as zero carbon footprint,
Right.
but near zero carbon footprint.
Right.
That's what government is pushes for. In 2017, India should become near zero carbon footprint.
So this is maybe your first USP, that maybe if a customer goes with Joy Feedtech, correct, they are by default, maybe secondary, they are saving the environment and they are maybe helping reduce their carbon footprint.
Yep.
Right. So that's what your USP
Yes.
is. Sustainability.
Yes.
Okay. Great. So are there any other advantages to cold box sleeves?
Yes, definitely. Now,
Okay.
but you have to import from European countries.
You have a really fantastic story on
Yes.
how you came up with cold box sleeves and why you
Yes.
thought it was an opportunity.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us about
Yeah. For example, this cold box sleeve raw material available plenty in India. So what Europeans are doing, they are taking material from India, making a sleeve in Germany or some other countries in Europe, and we are importing back from Germany, adding nothing, adding only carbon emissions.
Serious?
Yes.
So they are importing the raw material to Europe and they're sending it back as in the
As
form
a
of
finished
sleeves,
product.
as cold box sleeves.
Yes, with the higher.
How did you learn about this?
That's the market.
And nobody had this idea to start manufacturing them in India.
It's very nascent technology and it requires a lot of efforts to
And a
develop
lot of
that.
risk because it's something new.
Yes, it's new.
Right.
New. Yeah. So we preferred that path. Why? Because our team has enough knowledge on that technology.
Correct.
And every cold box makers has their own unique technology. Our technology also unique. It's not a copy of any other companies. Okay.
Correct.
That's number one. So when I make a cold box sleeve in India and supply to my Indian customers, I can even export to Southeast Asia where I can get appreciable rate. That's good for the nation. Okay.
Just some thought that I had. Have you tried contacting the company in Europe who was exporting to India? Maybe they would be interested in importing it into Europe directly.
That's a good suggestion from your side. I'll take a note of it. But I tried to partner with some European
Okay. So you have
companies.
tried that route, right?
Yeah, but they neglected me. That would be harsh. They did not show interest because they still thinking that India is not prepared to buy cold box sleeves because of price factor. But India is changing.
Correct.
Foundry market is changing, and foundrymen will appreciate the benefit which they are getting out of the sleeve
from sustainability.
Yes, not only sustainability. For example, now high density sleeves are in market. Okay. Again, many people are importing, and now people are started making.
Okay.
But those sizes are restricted to specific castings. My thought process is that if I give high density sleeve at affordable price, then my customer can save metal, save recycling, or they can earn some money, save some money, reduce carbon footprint to a greater level.
Correct.
So that's how it works.
Correct.
So that's why we decided, okay, let us start. We know it's a riskier game.
Correct.
But we start. Yeah.
So that's amazing. So I think that covers Joy Feedtech, why you started.
Yes.
Everything to an extent. Okay. So now you go out into your entrepreneurial journey. You start cold box sleeves. You're manufacturing them in Pondicherry.
Yes.
Okay. So you're manufacturing in Pondicherry. You're well on your way. You have your branding. What is the initial market response?
Yeah. In Foundry, actually, I did not expect this great response today and yesterday.
Okay.
Why? What I've learned from here is that many people were not aware that this product is available in India.
I was not aware.
Yes.
I run a foundry. I was not aware.
Absolutely. And many great foundry owners asked me a question, from which country I imported these stuffs. So that's the moment I realized that, we are doing something good and it will work.
Correct.
So the response is huge. Major foundrymen have asked me to pay a visit and give a demo. And I think I should do that.
Really well on your way. I'd like to congratulate you on this success.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because it's really nice to hear that Foundry has absolutely brought little success to your business.
Yes.
And helped you launch off the market.
Absolutely. And we didn't honestly expect this much response.
Okay.
But I'm feeling great.
That's
and
nice.
Another one day to go. I'm looking for more.
Right. We will surely help you get the reach that you're
Sure. We will work with you.
I think there's a lot of market for people who want to, spend a little more money and reduce their carbon footprint if they can. Because
I differ with you with the statement, little more money. I'll tell you.
Okay. So you're saying
it is not, you cannot compare orange with apples or apples with orange.
Okay.
You should compare apple with apple.
So,
let me put it this way.
Go on.
If you use my sleeve, say example, if you are using, say, this is 170 height sleeve.
Okay.
My sleeve, cold box bonded sleeve.
Correct.
Okay. And if you are using similar size of fiber sleeve, 170.
Correct.
I'll challenge you. You can reduce the height. You can ask me to reduce the height to 160 or 155
Okay.
You need not cut at your end, buying my sleeve, paying for 170.
We are doing that at Foundry. We're cutting the length because maybe sometimes we want a smaller length.
Don't do that.
Okay.
That will result in poor quality of casting because the cutting debris will fall into the molten metal.
Correct.
So what we are challenging is, if you are using fiber sleeve 170 height, my challenge is use my sleeve with 160 height. That means 10 cubic centimeter or 10 centimeter level of metal you're going to save.
Correct.
Then you compare the cost. This will be much more cheaper than the regular conventional.
So
sleeves.
basically, you're trying to say, in other words, that the efficiency is better.
Far more better. The efficiency is better. Feeding pattern is better.
Correct.
MEF we call it as, that is better when compared to conventional sleeves.
Right.
And fiber sleeves or slurry based sleeves have inconsistency in dimension.
Yeah, right.
This is like perfect engineered product.
Correct. Because even the finish, if you look at it, very, very
smooth.
Absolutely. I thought it was a core.
No. Many people do think.
Technically, they are made cold box thing, but it is absolutely like very rigid, very solid.
Yeah.
It's not brittle at all.
Absolutely.
And there's no flexibility, so that maintains the dimension.
Accuracy. Yeah.
Correct.
See, put it again, put it in this way. You asked about cost. So if you see in long-term perspective, this will work far more cheaper than the available fiber-based sleeves.
Okay.
So that's why we can bring happiness to Foundrymen. If you pay more, then I cannot guarantee you cannot guarantee yourself the happiness, right?
Correct.
So cost we are not bothering. We
Correct.
are definitely cheaper to import imports. We are the valuable substitute to your company.
So just to summarize what I understood, you're saying if you compare basically cost to cost basis per diameter, per dimensions, basically it will not be cheaper.
No.
But where you actually save money is when you have lower density, lower volume of metal going into your sleeve, correct? Because the volume need is lower, so efficiency is higher.
Correct.
Right. So you can pour less. You can have a smaller size of sleeve for the same feeding efficiency.
Yeah.
That's where you save money.
Plus,
okay.
When I come to quality,
right,
I'm not using any unknown salts. In fiber sleeves, we use known salts, unknown salts.
Okay.
And you do not know what harm it will create to environment, your product quality.
Correct.
This is clean casting. This is an example for clean casting.
Okay.
So the material, what I'm using, it's all pure 90% recycled, reused material.
Correct.
Okay. It will give you a clean casting. It doesn't contain salts, wools or rock wools, mineral wools,
correct,
paper. And the third part, which for all Foundrymen look, is moisture. Every fiber-based sleeve
correct,
will attract moisture from air, which we call as hygroscopic in nature.
Correct.
But this is not that. So you need not preheat before pouring the metal.
So that also saves on electricity as well. So
and productivity.
Correct. So just to summarize the amount of savings that you've given me. So far, you've told me it is more efficient. It is cheaper in price.
Absolutely.
Correct. It is better for the environment. It is more consistent in quality, right? In dimension, rigidity, and I don't know what are the reasons do we need.
Nothing to worry. That's how we have given cheaper, better.
So since this is fairly new, are you worried about competition catching up with you in the future?
Absolutely. We should have a competitor, but I'm not worrying about my competitor because
that's nice.
The only competitor which I'm worrying is me. So we,
right,
Joy Feed, how we can beat ourselves. See, this is an emerging market, and there is an infinite possibility available in the market.
Right.
If you are not beating yourself, then you cannot go ahead.
Keep growing.
So I'm not worried about external competition. I'm worried about my internal competition.
So that brings us to our next part of the interview. Since you have such high standards for yourself and for Joy Feedtech, what are the maybe milestones that you're judging yourself by? Like, where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
Yeah, we always want to be number one in cold box sleeve because we are the first company first Indian company to have a wide range of cold box sleeves.
Correct.
Right.
I saw your display. A lot of sleeves.
Absolutely.
Really
so we want to be the first company. I want to keep the position. That's one thing. But number is not enough. Right. I want to register our Joy Feed as their partner, my customer partner, Foundry partner.
Okay.
Thereby, automatically the business will grow and the revenues will come. I'm not worried about revenues.
Correct.
Our intention is to bringing happiness to the Foundrymen. You should not ask that you will supply for free. No, that's not the theme.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
How can one bring happiness? If I help Foundrymen to save money, to improve quality, to eradicate safety issues, and to reduce carbon footprint by saving environment.
Right.
Then I'll be in one spot every day and every year. So that's not
because especially our foundry industry gets a lot of a bad name because it is energy intensive. There's a lot of energy, a lot of smoke that comes out, and maybe induction furnaces reduce a lot of it, but there are still a lot of other processes that shake out and everything. There's a lot of pollution created. So this is something that Foundrymen can be proud of, and thereby bringing joy to them. Maybe not as a joy term, but helping them feel proud that they are actually running a foundry, but they're becoming a little negative by using our sleeves.
Yes.
Right.
We can help them to become leaner, and by saying that, I also, be very innovative. I have to keep on improving. For example, this is not the end.
Right.
What stringent thing I can do so that I still reduce my emissions or my contribution to environment can be improved. That I have to look. For example, every sleeve used to have glues or gums.
Right.
How can I reduce gum? How can I have more eco-friendly gums?
As a binder, you're
Yeah,
talking
binder.
about? Okay.
Okay. So I have to innovate myself or learn continuously and address the problems of
Correct,
Foundrymen.
correct.
That's how
It's really interesting to see somebody who is innovating in the sleeve market, because this must have been a market that was largely driven by, Fossico and the big companies, and then the smaller companies keep following. But you have decided to run with the baton and be the first one to incorporate this into a production scenario. So it's really good. We are really proud to have you on our channel.
Thank you, but credit goes to Fossico as well because they are forerunners and my great teachers.
Right. Yeah. You mentioned that you do a lot of work with Fossico still. You have a really good, strong relationship with them. And especially you just told me for Seiko, which is not, if you didn't have a good relationship with them, you wouldn't say that on camera.
Yeah. I'm still having a great relationship with my earlier companies. They are my close friends and I would like to continue the relationship.
Correct.
Even partnering with them in cold box.
I wanted to ask you just one question. For anybody that wants to shift to cold box cores, right? They might have maybe a few doubts in their mind. Maybe their size is about 100 meters, 100 mm in length, right? And the diameter, say about 80 or 90 mm. Let's say they want maybe 80 mm in length or maybe 70 mm in length. So what is the type of MOQ that you charge for this type of sleeve? Like maybe they just want to develop and just see what it's like, test the process since it's new. So what is the MOQ that you work with?
We strongly feel that if we demand MOQ, then we are not meeting our purpose, that is bringing happiness to Foundrymen. So MOQ is not a problem. See, if my material works, I need not worry about my MOQ, right? They will anyway place orders.
So you're very confident on your product that you can give them one piece and you know a big order is going to come.
Absolutely.
So basically you absorb the development cost is what you're trying to say.
Absolutely.
Correct. That's really good. So if you guys are keen on trying cold box cores and maybe you're buying sleeves. You're buying a lot of sleeves, exothermic, insulating from the market that are fiber based.
Yeah.
Right. So give it a try. Order your first cold box core today.
Definitely.
You don't have to worry about MOQ and you'll be saving the environment. I don't know what's a better feeling.
What more you want then?
Yeah. There's a better feeling than that. That's
See, in Intertech also many people asked about MOQ.
Okay.
Because when I talked about my flexibility.
That's the first doubt that I had coming from a Foundry.
Yeah. When I talked about my flexibility of giving them what they want instead of what I have. Right. I just want to be like that. I don't want to give what I have. I want to give what they want.
Correct.
So they immediately retaliated saying that then there will be some MOQs. I'm sorry.
Correct.
I'm not keeping any MOQ.
Correct.
You ask me 1 or 2 sample I'm giving, even 1 tray I'm giving, right? So then you test it.
Correct.
Enjoy the quality, then come back. That's it.
So that's a lot of coverage with cold box sleeves. And I hope that you manage to achieve your milestones. We'll be really supporting you as much as we can. I'm sure everybody on our channel is also really keen to maybe try a little bit. So we'll interview you in maybe a year or two and things would have changed, I'm sure, with the way you're going, with the level of customer satisfaction that you're aiming for. You're definitely going on the right track.
Sure.
So that's nice. So would you like to say a little bit about Interfoundry, your experience at being an exhibitor?
Honestly, I didn't expect this much response from the visitors.
Right.
And I was not expecting this many shops, this many, stalls in Interfoundry. This show is the greatest hit. That's what I personally believe.
Correct.
And I received a huge number of crowds.
Correct.
And which is fantastic. And this is not my words. My fellow stall people came and told me that why you guys having so many visitors. Then I showed the sleeves.
Right.
And it's because a global product is made available locally.
Right.
That could be one reason why people visited my stall. And I wish Foundry to conduct more like this everywhere in India.
Correct.
I hope they will conduct. And definitely I'll be part of it. And they will also associate.
No, I mean, organizers, VA Exhibitions, Vamshi and Ashwini have been really, really kind with us, especially allowing us to film here, allowing us to film in the hallway. We've been interviewing all over the venue. So this is the first time probably any sort of media company has been covering the Foundry industry.
Oh, great. Okay.
So that's,
we don't have much.
That's also a nice thing because we are hardcore Foundry industry people. So that's nice. Will we see you for edition 3?
Sorry?
Will we see you on the next edition of Interfoundry?
Obviously, I will invite you. Don't worry.
2026.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when we cover you then, and this there's a topic remaining. You mentioned that this stall would be made from sustainable materials.
Yeah.
The next
So
time you're going to be here.
that's what I'm thinking quickly. So my next stall in Foundry, or I can put it like this: Foundry will be sustainable stall.
Okay.
So the moment I entered the stall, I was thinking, and I found a company who can help me out of putting sustainable stall.
Correct.
So definitely I'll do that.
Correct.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Correct.
That makes
It does. It does. I think you're leading the way with sustainability, especially not only with sleeves, but now looking at your next stall 2 years later, maybe you might have people approaching you to also give them a contact, help
Sure.
them with how you did it, what the cost was. You'll become like an ambassador for the product as well.
Absolutely.
So that's
and
nice.
they already invited me for a conference, so I'll be attending.
Amazing. So you're going the right direction.
Yes.
That's really good. Anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, my commitment to this environment is we will maintain the sustainability factor in all that what we do.
Right.
So that's our not only in product, in
Right.
our process,
Right.
and in our lifestyle. We'll bring that into
Right.
account.
Right.
Yeah. So let us create some awareness,
Correct.
and creating awareness is what you do yourself.
You start
That-
yourself
yes.
and then you encourage others.
And people, if they
Right.
see, they will automatically do.
Correct. Right. From the example of your stall
Absolutely.
and everything.
Absolutely.
Correct. Especially even here, like a lot of people are going to be aware of these sleeves, understand that they can reduce their carbon footprint,
Yes.
and that you're starting a global movement. You may not know that now, but you're one person and who's having like a chain reaction.
Absolutely.
So that's very, very powerful.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Leo, it's been absolutely a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us your time at this exhibition, because you have a lot of people. I can see them from here. There's a lot of demand for your product.
Okay.
That's very nice. Every now and then somebody keeps trying to look out to call you.
Yeah, I'll go and attend them without fail.
Correct.
But Jan, thank you for
Thank you.
this
Thank you.
interview. I hope I did well, because this is my first interview.
First interview, guys. It looks like a natural to me.
Okay. So, and I also thank you and your company, and I also wish you.
Thank
to
you
make
for
a
giving
merry
us this chance. We
Fine.
really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Really appreciate
Guys,
it.
if you want to contact Mr. Leo, right? you
I'm
can do so
available in LinkedIn, and
on LinkedIn.
Anyway, I'll be posting YouTube videos.
Website.
Yeah.
Especially to mention, I informed him what we were doing on YouTube, and the very next day I went to do some research on Joy Feedtech, and I find that Joy Feedtech has made a channel one day ago.
Yeah.
This guy moves fast. I told him about YouTube, and he already had a channel that evening. So I cannot very
Things going
competitive.
fast,
Very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
So his channel is really doing well. He has a couple of videos, right?
Yes,
You uploaded a couple of videos. So definitely do check out Joy Feedtech on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So email, LinkedIn, your
And
YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and your website,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So 4 links we will leave to the description below. So
Sure.
so people can check you out.
Fine.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Foundry podcast from Foundry. This is part of the Foundry series. We'll be coming up with a lot more content, especially covering up exhibitors like Mr. Leo on our channel.
Whenever we create a product, we'll inform you. You can
Definitely. We'll put up a video and we'll share it.
Sure.
We're also reducing our carbon footprint by doing so. So that's very nice.
Thank you, man. Thank you
so much.
entire
Thank you.
team of Intertech, as well as your Metallic. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.